Max out your scopes is the worst advice I've ever seen on YouTube, and no serious colorist ever says that. Hi, I'm Giuseppe. I started off as a broke videographer many years ago, and now I'm actually a remote colorist. So that means that I grade for clients worldwide. I'm talking music videos, commercial projects, narrative projects like short films and that kind. I say this because I get it. I get the struggle. I know what goes on around YouTube. I know you're probably lost in the color grading space. You're just looking for some hack, for some tip. You're trying to understand what makes a grade look good, what makes a grade look bad. I know because nobody teaches this. Nobody actually talks about things the way they need to be spoken about. I started because I wanted to make videos, because I liked the process of making videos. Then I found out about grading. I stumbled here and there about some YouTube tutorial. I got hustled, you could say that. I tried to follow a few YouTube tutorials, and as time went on, I realized that I actually liked color grading more than I liked filming videos. So yeah, I became a remote colorist as the years passed. Now, I know where you probably are in your journey right now. I know that grading as a whole is complex and you're lost, overthinking everything, overthinking grading, looking for the next hack, the next tip on YouTube. I know exactly what you're going through. And now I teach people just like you how to actually color grade their videos. So let's get this straight. I used to believe every YouTube tip, or let's say every YouTube lie that I found. And the biggest one of them all was max out your scopes. I'd see these self-proclaimed experts pushing the waveform up and down until the image was a fucking mess. I mean, they got their blacks at zero. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen these people. They get their blacks at zero. Whites at the top, no matter what the footage was. And they tell you to keep going like this and that this is what color grading, or some of them try to be sneaky about it and they say this is not color grading, this is color correcting. What the fuck, bro? No, it's not. Listen, it's not color correcting. No, it's bullshit grading, man. It's not color correcting. It's not anything. It just doesn't work, man. Listen, I mean, I tried that shit when I first started. And guess what? It didn't work. My grades look completely amateur, and so do yours. Your grades look amateur. If this advice actually worked, you'd have better grades by now. Be honest with yourself. So if you're still an amateur, there's a reason, and the reason is you're following advice like this. Because advice like this, listen, you'll never see me fucking geeking out on a graph. Fuck that shit. Because that's just numbers, man. It's gonna get you washed out footage, amateur vibes, no vibes like whatsoever, no emotion, no nothing. It's just that. It's just numbers on a graph. So let's go a step deeper. This is what separates the preset pirates from the color kings. And I'm going to explain to you briefly what those two types of people are. Preset pirates are the people that just copy what they see. Usually they grade with LUTs, they just crank their footage, they max out their scope. They hope that the client doesn't notice the soulless copy-paste look that they're going for. But color kings are the people who actually control the mood. I'm talking about the kind of man that knows that sometime you actually want crushed shadows. Sometimes you want lifted shadows because he knows. Deep down he knows that it's about intention. Not rules. Not these rules, at least. So listen up. I'm going to explain to you briefly why maxing out your scopes is a bad idea. The reason is the following. By maxing out your scopes, you are essentially ignoring the emotion of the scene. I'll give you a very quick and practical example. Lower shadows equal heavy, dramatic, serious look, while higher shadows equal a more light, hopeful, and airy look. Because you need to realize, man, that we're not just fucking computers. This is not just punching some numbers and matching shots. Grading, it's not just about that. We're essentially making art right here. So how would you feel if I was a doctor, okay? And every patient that came in through my door, I gave him the exact same treatment. How would you feel about that? Would you be my patient? I would not be my patient, man. I'm telling you. I would not dare be my patient. Imagine, bro, somebody comes to you, wants to see you because they've been in a fucking car accident. They're bleeding out. And I say to them, just grab an aspirin. You'll be fine. Fuck you. But that's what it feels like when you grade by maxing out your scopes. And listen, like, it can be beneficial, man. I'm not telling you to never do that. I'm not telling you to never do that. Scopes are useful. But they're not to be seen the way that these fake gurus talk about. they're different. You don't want to look at them like something that cages you. You want to use them to your advantage. Is that clear? Because if you always push your blacks to zero, if you always get your whites to the top, you'll just kill the mood. I'll be honest with you. When I see grades like that, I see a lot, because color grading is very popular right now. You know that. We all love color grading, man. We all love it, okay? Because we have realized, videographers realize that color grading is actually very fucking cool, man. It's cool to have cool looking videos. So when I go look at beginners, man, that's what I always see. I see somebody that always tints his shadows, or I see somebody that is actively trying to blind me by maxing out his scopes. That's what I always see. I'm telling you, if you just go around maxing your scopes no matter what, without even thinking, you look like every beginner that's ever approached color grading. I mean, have you actually thought about it? Think with me, okay? Let's keep the ball rolling. So if a client wants to hire you, I don't know if you want to be a colorist or not, or if you're a videographer and you just want to grade your footage. If a client wants to hire you, do you think they're hiring you because they don't know how to fucking max out their scopes? What's wrong with you? What? Do you think people are that unaware? Do you think that's what grading is, bro? What the fuck? Bro, fuck you. You're insulting me right now with this knowledge. Fuck you, man. What? That's grading for you? Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, but somebody had to say it to you, man. That's not what grading is all about. Bro, fucking cinematographers know how to go on DaVinci and max out their scopes. You're not a genius for figuring that one out. When I go about my contrast, I barely look at the scopes. You want to look at the scopes when you work on an uncalibrated display. That's a wise thing to do. But when I usually work on my stuff, I barely look at them because I just use my eyes. When I dial in my contrast, yes, I look at the scopes, but I use them to my advantage just to know if anything weird's happening and I'm not realizing yet. That's what I use scopes for. But that's it. That's it. They're not this fucking great tool that everybody makes them out to be. You know why they say that? Because everybody knows that you're not working on a calibrated screen. That's why. I've told you the secret. Because we all know that you're working from your family laptop or whatever, and we know that you're not working on a calibrated screen. So they always, they want to cover themselves and say, hey, just look at your scopes, bro. So that way they actually give you semi-practical advice because you're not working on anything remotely calibrated. But I'm telling you, apart from weird specific cases where your screen is just working backwards, man, I wouldn't even look at my scopes, man. I barely look at them when I work from my laptop here. When I need like very quick turnaround stuff, or if I shoot something myself, I usually just grade on my laptop, bro. Who gives a fuck? Anyways, scopes are a tool, not a commandment. And think about it. The best grades you see, the best grades ever, man, you can see them on YouTube, on movies, whatever, bro. They always break the rules. Because realize this, keep this in mind. Grading, it's an art. It's an art. We're artists. Start acting like one, man. From today, I want you to stop obsessing over numbers, and I want you to ask yourself, what do I want to feel in this scene? If you want drama, crush those motherfucking shadows. If you want hope, lift them. Use your scopes just to double check, not to dictate what's gonna happen. If this advice hits you different from what you usually see, just know that I'm building a paid program. You're gonna get all my insider tricks, real practice footage, weekly Q&As, and honest feedback. Think about what I'm giving you for free and just imagine what I'll drop inside the program. It'll be crazy value, underpriced as fuck for what you get. Also, if you're seeing this in the future, just go check the description real quick because the link might already be there. All right, man. Subscribe for more no BS advice. God bless you.